Dear viewers, welcome to this coffee cup reading. This coffee cup is for all Pisceans and it's for the month of August, a little bit over 2025. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the coffee cup. I hope you'll enjoy it, my dear Pisces. This is about everything you need to know. Every area of your life, everything hidden, behind the scenes, what's coming, what's happening, and all the most important information that you need to know. Your coffee cup is wonderful and overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed to see how much amazing things are happening, but there is so much information. Oh my God. That's why I always ask you to see the video all the way to the end, because I'm always told by the channel's owners to always minimize. But the problem is every time I try to minimize, I can't. I keep seeing things and I cannot deliver them to you. And that's part of my problem. So always please support me in watching. Your coffee cup is amazing. And I want you to know, prior to this, I do meditate, for those of you who are new, and I'm given information which I write down on a piece of paper and deliver this to you at the end of the reading, so stay tuned for that. And the other thing is, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you and thank you all, and in gratitude to all of you for watching. The more you watch, the more you take time and just watch 2-3 videos a week for me, just for the sake of supporting me, that will contribute towards my health and contribute towards me reaching my goal, which is having enough viewers to be able to start interacting with everyone and getting everyone to ask questions, and so I can be directly and be able to talk to you live. To get there, I need to get a lot of viewers. Over time, I'm sure I'll do it, but I hope with your support, I'm in gratitude. Thank you all for being here. My best wishes to each and every one of you. And let us begin. Glasses on. Let's see what the first thing I see here. Right. Wow. There's something that's beginning. Something is about to start. All the directions, all the arrows are showing something new is about to ignite. How incredible. This igniting, this is going to be like a domino effect where this something takes place, something happens, and then because of that something, a lot of change takes place, one after another, like a domino effect. It's like as though everything is standing or in line, waiting, for, the dominoes, and when you flick one and then they all fall one after another. It's like this fire, this something that's igniting. Why is this shaking? This fire that's igniting and something's happening, that domino effect begins. And then all the change, a lot of change is coming. So be a little bit patient, because you are destined for a lot of change. And it looks to me, Sagittarius is here very strong. There's a Sagittarius, and this Sagittarius shows that for those of you who are dealing with Sagittarius, for those of you who have got Sagittarius in you, but also for me, it looks like maybe one person that has got strong Sagittarius in them will change everything, will be the one that's sort of the cause of all of it to take place. But at the same time, Sagittarius is November. For me, Sagittarius is November. So this Sagittarius season, this is happening. It might go into a little bit into December, but Sagittarius, yes, November to December. Okay, Sagittarius time, and it's, I think, 21st of November to the 22nd of December, or 20 to the 21st of December. Just have a look and Google it. You'll see at the Sagittarius, this is where it's all starting. It's all igniting due to Sagittarius. How incredible, how direct and to the point. There is going to be so much change that you need to be flexible. You have no choice but to be flexible so that you can adapt to the change. Because you know what? It looks to me like the foundation of a major part of your life is changing. Good management skills are needed for you to navigate through this without a doubt. Achieving balance to control everything, to have control over your life, because this change is profound. So many ideas. You'll be entertaining so many ideas and new ideas. And with those new ideas, there's a lot of compromise needed. You need to compromise to secure your foundations. There are also reconciliations happening at the same time. I don't know how or how is this connected, but you'll understand. Something is hidden from you. Maybe all of this that I'm talking about is hidden from you, because I feel like there's a veil here. It's like you don't know. Obviously you don't know, because this spark, when it's happening, this fire, this situation that is all of a sudden igniting, it's changing your life, changing a major cycle of your life, both good and bad. So the bad maybe will be removed, or maybe maybe even the good will be removed for some reason, to get you to a better situation, to a better place, to get you to more. It's an extreme change, my dear Pisces, extreme. Yeah, destiny and fate are really taking control of everything. Once this domino effect begins, it's just sort of like, I'll tell you one thing, there's going to be luck and a promise for a better future. That's for sure. That's the outcome. Much better future, much better position you'll be in. Luck is going to be surrounding you, great fortune, but there is an end of a chapter. This chapter, when it ends, you are going to feel conflicted. You are going to feel defeated. You're going to feel a bit sad. There is sorrow, but you've got to pay attention to the red flags so that you are continuing, and with your caution. You've got to be caution. Don't try to safeguard this situation. This is something out of your hands. You can't safeguard it. It's destiny. It's bigger than all of us. This current situation, it looks to me like it's got to fall apart. It's got to come to an end. And it is going to be disrupted, so that you are honest with yourself, and you know that, there is something, there's a better life for you, so that you know that you've been persevering, perhaps, in a situation where ultimately you've got to let go of. Maybe you haven't been honest with yourself. It's hard for you to be honest with yourself. You might be dealing with someone of air energy. I see air energy here very strong. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. You've got to be truthful with yourself if you want to bring change. You've got to accept the facts that you need to surrender and let go of some situation, because ultimately it is going to come to an end. It is going to be trouble. There are going to be accusations. There are going to be faults here, problems. You might be dealing, you really, really are going to be helped by the heavens to let go. It looks like lowering your standards is causing some sort of deception or trickery. Don't lower your standards, whatever you do, and don't feel, I don't know, it looks to me like there's a rabbit here. There are two rabbits. Chinese ear of the rabbit. It shows also that there is a situation where there's deception, there's trickery. Maybe there is too much sex, need for too much intimacy, or different partners. There could be something like that. The rabbit represents excessive sex. But I also see that there's someone investigating, there's someone researching. Maybe you need to do your research and investigate, so that you're not lowering your standards, and being honest with yourself to know that there is something wrong. There are red flags saying to you, this is wrong. But you're not being honest with yourself. There could be someone else investigating you and researching. But ultimately, you are going to stand your ground, it looks like, because you do seem to want some level of freedom, where even if it causes depression or anxiety or worry, and even to the fact that there is someone against you when you're doing this, there is a problem, there is a conflicting situation. And that's why change is going to take place, I'd say, within 5 months from now, August to 5 months. It looks to me like ultimately something is going to end, or something has to improve. I am seeing ending, to be honest with you, and I'm seeing improvement. So what does that mean? That means for some Pisceans, there will be improvement. It depends what age group you're at. And of course, different levels, and then different levels of age. And then for some of you, there'll be a situation ending. And for others, there will be improvement. So either way, at the end of the day, this is going to set you free from something that was very hard, very conflicting, and there is a great victory at the end of the day. This could be in regard to your relationships. It could be in regard to your work. You might be working with someone that's deceptive. It is possible. Ultimately, I'm seeing many of you are considering, okay, before I talk about that section, I just saw something prior to this. Around Christmas, something's going to happen. Christmas being December. Okay. What I'm seeing is, before I saw that, Christmas and self-employment. I'll talk about that in a moment. But this Christmas is connected to this situation here, which is, you want to say really what you feel to someone. That maybe you want to say to someone that I'm not ready now. I want my freedom. I want to be myself, but I can't be myself to you. I've got to wear this mask and be untrue to you because I have no choice. I'm afraid to be myself because you won't accept me. This is really bizarre. Somebody wants to say that to you. There is that kind of situation where somebody's not being honest. They're wearing a mask and not able to be really themselves. Maybe they know they won't be accepted. They might be rejected. That's why this is ultimately coming to an end. This, it looks to me like someone, either yourself or a partner that you're dealing with, they have a very complicated life. And in a way, you could be coming in between this complication, and it's becoming very conflicting. It's like this person wants to talk to you about their freedom. It's like they want to be free, but they're stuck because they do have a lot strong feelings for you. It's also that. It's like, okay, this could be a relationship or a partnership. Let's say it's a business partnership, right? You're with a partner that they do well when they work. Everything is perfect. You trust them. Everything is great. But they've got such a complicated life that their complication is interfering in your business. That could be one. The other side is there could be someone that really likes you so much that they met you at a time where they want to be free and they want to flirt and they don't want any boundaries, but they found everything they want in you. But it still doesn't diminish the fact that they need to have that freedom. Maybe they didn't have it before. Maybe they just came out of a marriage and then they thought, that's it, I'm going to want to be free. I want to enjoy my life. I spend my life too long with one person. I just want to be free and date and have as much fun as I want. And then bang, they meet someone incredible like you. And then sort of conflict begins. It's as though each one of you, even you involved, you and them, are conflicted about whether you can be or to be able to give that which takes to be a perfect partner, whether love or business. This is really, really weird. And there's a lot of things. There's always conflict and there's reconciliation, conflict and reconciliation. And this is going to come to sort of like a situation where somebody else might step in this situation. Somebody might be coming in, like someone from the past, maybe. There could be a new alliance, new partnership with someone else. I feel like it's connected to Chinese year of the goat, Chinese year of the horse, Chinese year of the tiger, Chinese year of the tiger twice, Chinese year of the monkey. That's all I can see for now. And Chinese year of the rabbit, without a doubt. But I do see there are partnerships. There is teamwork. I see business. I see alliance. I see commitment. I see agreements, signing documents, signing contracts, preparations. But there's a lot of profit. There is a lot of profit. If this is a business, it's going to be a lot of money and empowerment. I see power, great power. Like magic, things are going to be moving spectacular for you. There's a great doorway opening. December onwards is going to be spectacular. I feel like one of your oldest wish, maybe. No, not one of your oldest wish. It's a sincere wish that is going to be granted. And alongside that wish, there are many other wishes that are going to be granted. You are achieving great fulfillment. Like magic, things are going to happen for you. This is really spectacular, this section of your cup. I feel like a lot of light is coming in. I feel like business contracts are doing well. Documents are being all signed up and ready to go. There's gift of money, big amounts, gift of money. Gift of money, big time for you, my dear Pisces. Wow. Maybe it's after the documents and paperwork. It could be inheritance. It could be a windfall. Have a look at your money reading. Play the lotto or the lottery. And you'll see that there is a lot of security coming, a lot of stability after this large sum of money, which is a gift from the heavens. It can be from the heavens. If you're not waiting for an inheritance, then it's from the heavens. It's coming, and it's going to be wealth. You are going to be very wealthy to the point where you are going to be investing a lot of money. I also see luck here, big time. There is a great clover, big golden clover. It's not golden, it's white clover. So next to it, there's a raise. So there could be a raise, there could be luck. Not there could, there is. So play the lotto or the lottery. I just feel like something major is going to happen. Something big is landing in your lap. Something really like a big treasure. And this is causing so much celebration. Contentment, happiness, celebration, great fortune. You are overwhelmed with joy. And I see expansion. You're expanding. You're expanding your home. You're expanding your business. You're becoming wealthy, and you're able to do so much expansion. It's really incredible. There's so much pleasure in your life, so much satisfaction. You are going to be so happy and rejoicing every moment. That's how great this is. This is magnificent. It's taken 3/4 of your cup. It starts from over here and all the way, it keeps going. Incredible. Yeah, that is amazing. And by the way, the reason I say December, looks like a Santa Claus and the Santa Claus hat to me. And it's also got number 12 there. So December, big time. Major changes, even to the point where you're taking action with so much passion and doing something you always wanted to go, whether it's traveling the world, going here and there, visiting places, doing so much. You've got the power to do so. That you might be even starting the business that you've always wanted. You're united with someone amazing, and there's so much prosperity. It's beginning and it won't stop. And there's so many money bags. It could be, this money bag could be raises, could be money that's coming to you from people, money that you're giving to people, supporting others. But it is very important. It is really major. It's very, very big. My God, it's enormous what's happening in your life. A great new beginning that ignites, and with it ignites this passion within you. It's like you got power out of nowhere. You know, maybe you were living an ordinary life, and all of a sudden, your ordinary life is transformed to a magical life, put it that way. I feel like there's so much vibrancy coming into your life. I'll just drink a drop of water. Sorry, my dear viewers, I'm dehydrating a little bit. Here we go. Passion and pleasure, both together, united, mingled together. There's so much passion and there's so much pleasure. And believe it or not, whether you believe in magic or not, whether you believe in, what can I say? I call it magic when things are out of the ordinary, extraordinary. When things in life become extraordinary, where you got wealth, where you can do anything, where you got power, that's magic. For me, that's how I say it. It's magic, because that's very rare. And to me, looks like to me, whether you believe in this or not, I see you walking a journey that is filled with magic. And it doesn't mean that you're watching a movie or a magical movie. No, there is inspiration and magic coming in your life. There is expansion. And it's all happening. Starting December, January, February, these 3 months, you will see what I'm talking about. You will understand from December, you will understand what I'm talking about. Or maybe for some of you, it might start November and then into December. Maybe in November you win a windfall, and December you get the money. It's showing December, but it can also be November. Because I did see at the beginning of your cup here was November. November was very much the Sagittarius season. Now, again, I'm seeing rewards from the heavens. I'm seeing union and power. You are so powerful and you're uniting with someone wonderful, but I'm seeing expansion and rewards are never ending. Like the never ending story, it's just never ending. I do also see that there is a beautiful soul waiting for you to meet. You're meeting someone very powerful. They might not show it. They might look very simple. They might look very ordinary, but there's nothing ordinary about this person. They are a very unique soul. This person is filled with love to give, filled with compassion, if not love, if you're already married in a relationship. This person whether it's going to be working together, building a business together. You have never met, whether it's a great friendship, like you've never ever met someone like this. And guess why it's so unique? Because this is your soulmate you're meeting. You're meeting your soulmate, and this surpasses like love, lust, and all that. It's something so deep and so profound that it's going to be the beginning of an incredible friendship. And that from that friendship, whatever happens later on, whether you're starting a business together, you'll be doing well together. If it's starting a relationship together, it's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be the one that's going to last a lifetime, till death, literally, is going to be that deep, that profound. This is someone from your past lives destined to meet you now. Even if you meet them at the age of 50, it looks like, there might be an age here. Like there might be someone here, like it looks to me like these people are a little bit older, like they're 40 plus, 50. But you're making a major decision when you're meeting this person, and because there's fireworks, something you haven't experienced ever. There's so much happiness that you are feeling when this person is around you. You're exhilarated, something that nobody made you feel, that kind of feeling. And that only happens when it's a soulmate. And it looks to me like it could be happening around the end of the year, again, New Year, because I'm seeing also fireworks. That could be an indication of December, New Year. But something explosive is happening. And there is so much passion igniting. And it's happening at a time where, from December to March, I would say, this person is very, very strong fire energy. They have Sagittarius 100%. They've got Sagittarius in them, but they could also have Leo. There's earth energy also in them, which gives them a lot of ground. They're very grounded. They're very nurturing, down to earth, very, very compassionate. They really show their concern for others. They're intensely loyal. And of course, very dependable. Independent, sorry, not dependable, independent. They're very strong and powerful. And they help others who are in need. So I feel like this person's very noble and generous, and you are going to love that about them. They're the way they are. They might have some complications. There is some complications. Maybe they're very careful. Maybe they're very cautious. Maybe they're very focused. These are the things that I'm seeing. But they're always on target. And they're very quick and direct. They don't, twist things. They're direct to the point. Sounds like, very strong Sagittarius. They're precise in their way, and they implement strategies in their life. So much so that I'm amazed, and you are going to be amazed. When you start communicating with this person, the communications are going to be wild. They're going to be insane. They're going to be incredible. There's negotiations. Like, it's incredible. The way you're negotiating, it's like as if this person is a copy of you. The way they think, the way they talk, it's like they're talking from you, from your mind, from the way you think. And the discussions are going to be incredible. You'll see that you want to keep the connection. Again, I see here, this person wants their freedom. They're not someone that you can sort of pin down. They're very much into freedom. I see also, despite of the friendship, despite of whatever happens here, it's going to turn into romance. I see a strong romance happening at a perfect timing. It's not going to happen straight away, but it's going to happen at a perfect timing. There's a great victory awaiting here in this negotiation and this friendship that's beginning. You're standing at the beginning of an incredible, an extraordinary journey into love, and you're not aware of it because you or them, you probably think you're just friends and you're just trying to, get this deal going, or if it's friendship or business together or whatever. Like, you're not looking at it as, happy ever after, but this is turning. This is transmutating both in time, but it's not happening now. It's going to happen in time, that everybody is going to be shocked because it's going to turn into the greatest love of all. I'm seeing, it's like when you deal with this person, or when you're in the presence of this person, you don't want anyone else. You don't care about anyone else. You just want to be with them. It's that kind of a connection. And you're considering your foundation even to change where you are to a better place. Maybe even you might be thinking of not living together, maybe living together for some of you, but there is a gap here between you. And I feel like maybe this gap is distance. You might not be living together. You might be considering to share a place together. You might there might be an issue with the change. Somebody doesn't want the change. One of you might not want the change. The other one maybe wants their freedom. So there is a gap. There is a veil, or there is a partition here. That means at the beginning you'll be just negotiating, getting to know each other. But for some of you, my dear Pisces, for some of you, you are living together. That's another thing. For some, depends on the level, age group, and of course the year you're born and everything else that entails what makes someone someone. Not every Pisces is a Pisces exactly like another Pisces. There's so many things that make everybody different. For some, there's holding up, being in each other's bodies, uniting together as one. There is that. And there's others who are sort of like both very deep and very, they're on a mission, sort of like, it looks like. There's a lot of energy and a lot of wisdom. And this wisdom, it's sort of like, it's someone very wise that they're thinking, no, it's too soon. I don't want this. I want my own freedom. I want my own place. It's like, and that's another thing. I'm seeing that very strong. And this is connected to the Chinese year of the rabbit, the monkey, the snake, the goat, and the tiger. And the ox, the buffalo here also. Okay, so this person, it looks to me like, okay, there's a conversation going on, whether it's this person or someone else. This person really wants a situation with you, and they mean it when they say, I really want you, and I'm going to do my best for us and all this, but they are obsessed. They're obsessed with you in a way. And yes, they are going to change. You will see a change take place. But ultimately, there is a situation about freedom. Just that. They want their freedom, or you want your freedom. That freedom situation is standing in the way. I see the Chinese year of the snake here very strong. Chinese year of the snake. Chinese year of the ox, buffalo. I see, yeah. I also see a strong fire energy. Now, talking about fire energy, I'm seeing Sagittarius again. Very, 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 very big. Major Sagittarius here. Many of you will be dealing with people that have got fire energy in them. Sagittarius leading the cup all the way, in every way. And I'm seeing also, there is another strong one, which could be in you, my dear Pisces, is Aries. Aries, very strong. You could be a cuspy Aries. Then there is Leo. Again, Leo is strong too. There's 3 Leos, 4 Aries, and 6 Sagittarius. So as you can see, the higher the number, the more of Pisces are dealing with that sign, so that you know. So the majority of Pisces will be dealing with Sagittarius, are already dealing with Sagittarius, somebody that has Sagittarius in them, or they'll be dealing with someone that's coming in their life and escalating their life to high levels of connection, a magical spiritual connection. And I mean spiritual, very strong. And they've got a lot of Sagittarius in them. And then, of course, the second one, the strongest, is Aries, because there's 4 Aries and 3 Leo. So Aries is the second one. That's the strongest. And that could be in you, my dear Pisces. You could be a Pisces, cuspy Aries. Now, the next sign that you are very much consumed with and thinking about and dealing with on a high level is an air energy, starting with Gemini. Gemini, very strong. 3 Gemini, 3 Aquarius. You're dealing with Aquarius on a high level, and there are 2 Libras, but the majority are Gemini and Aquarius. As for water energies in your life, like yourself, I see very strong water energy that you're dealing with. There's 2 of them. One is Cancer. The other one is Scorpio. There might be a little bit of Pisces. There is 1 Pisces, but the majority are Cancer and Scorpio. And I see earth energy here also very strong. And the earth energy that is the strongest, which are 3, Capricorn. I see strong Capricorn here. I see 2 Taurus and just 1 Virgo. Capricorn here, very strong. There may be Virgo in this person who's got Sagittarius also. I see that. Next to the Sagittarius, I see the Virgo, the Virgo. So they could have Virgo in them. The other factor is Chinese year of the rooster here, very strong. Chinese year of the rooster. There's 4 roosters. Comes next to the rooster, Chinese year of the horse. The horse and the rooster are very good together. Then I see the monkey, which is great. The monkey is fantastic with the rooster. And then I see Chinese year of the ox, buffalo, which is great with the next one next to it. The ox is wonderful with the Chinese year of the tiger. They do well together. And then I see the pig, Chinese year of the pig, which goes amazing with Chinese year of the horse, which also was there. And then Chinese year of the dog, very strong dog. And the dog always ends up with a pig, always. They are the family or married. Chinese year of the dragon, and then Chinese year of the snake. And the snake and the dragon are always soulmates. They always get connected because they're the only two reptilians that are in the zodiac, Chinese zodiac. Okay, so now we're going to move on to this other level to deliver to you this information. And the first thing I see, limitations. Okay, limitations is power. Limitation is power. What do they mean? Let me just put my glasses on to see. It says embrace it. Embrace this because it's going to give you power. Limitations. Okay, what are limitations? When somebody says limitations are power, that means you have got to limit yourself in some ways. You need to have boundaries. Limitations are about boundaries. Setting boundaries in certain things in your life, setting rules and regulations, following systems, and limiting excessiveness in your life. The more you limit excessiveness, the healthier your life becomes. And that applies to every sector of your life. For example, I'll give you an example. Limitations. How limitations can be power. So for example, I do intermittent fasting. I do 14 hours. I'm not capable of doing more than 14, but then I make up during the day after breakfast. I have 6 more hours of intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting gives you the power to have control over your health in every possible way. So it sort of counteracts anything that you're eating that's wrong, or toxins, or any part of your organs that are damaged or damaging because of the excessive sugar that people eat and all this. I don't eat sugar at all. So what I'm trying to say is I prevent sugar, even the artificial sugar. I don't touch that at all. So what I'm trying to say, by limitations, this is just an example, something that I know. I'm not very good in examples. I'm trying to explain to you, limiting my eating hours, making them less. Like I usually have 4 or 5 window in a day, 24 hours to be able to eat. And that is like, so practically 6 and 14, 20 hours I am intermittent fasting. And then I'm having 2 meals, which is breakfast and then dinner. And that limitation gives me so much power. It gives me so much. First, it was impossible because I used to always binge on coffee. I had to stop that. It wasn't easy to stop a meal at 7:30 and you sit up till 11, 12 and watching, shows and things, and you want to binge on biscuits or chips or anything. And you can't have that, drinks, soft drinks, none of that. It's very hard. This limitation, I'm not talking about you doing this. I'm just saying how limitation can empower you. Because if you study intermittent fasting and you see the amount, the incredible amount of its power, what it does to you, what it gives you, the benefits, they are so overwhelming. This is about reaching to a level of autophagy where you get to, I don't want to talk about health, but this is just an example. It starts healing whatever it's damaged prior in your life. If your liver or your kidneys or your gut or anything that wasn't working well or was damaged because of excessive things that you've done in your younger age or even done in a past life, limitations gives you utmost power, because when you reach to that level, you're able to become powerful and start healing what was damaged, and you become empowered. So much power you can't imagine. That is just one example that I can think of. Limitation can also be like to find means to meditate, to avoid conflict. Like if you're getting angry or if you've got impatience because someone's not listening to you or they're not doing the right thing, and there's conflict that you're dealing with in your life, meditation gives you calmness and it makes you more calm, and it removes anger so that you can deal with the person that even you're having conflict with in a more civil way. So what I'm saying, limitations can be profound and powerful and give you the power to be on top of everything in your life and to be a winner, to have victory. So the heavens are saying, embrace it. And I was just explaining what limitations are. Embrace it because you will be empowered. Wow, too much explanation, but I have no choice. Sometimes I got to do this. Okay, the second one, it says, a single smile will move you immensely. A single smile will move you immensely. A look in your eyes. Okay, so this shows to me that there will be, oh my God, this is so much like the soulmate that I was explaining. A single smile and a look in the eyes will move you immensely from the person that I said, that person that's going to change your life, the one that you're connecting to on a high level. A single smile and a look in the eyes is going to move you immensely, means a lot, extremely. Okay. You have surrendered so much. You have surrendered so much. And you know what? Surrender. Here it says surrender. Over here it says you have surrendered so much. So that means to me, it shows to me that you have given up on so many rights, on so much of yourself in order to keep a situation the way you want it. You have surrendered a lot. Maybe it's saying that you have done so much, don't do anymore, because limitations is power. It's also saying, yes, you've surrendered so much, but now enough is enough. Try to put some limits on how much of yourself you can surrender. Oh my God, this is so deep. Wow. Okay. It says joy and pleasure will be the rewards for you. Joy and pleasure. I saw that very strong. Pleasure and happiness coming your way. This is joy and pleasure will be the rewards for you. You will be rewarded big time for all the sacrifice that you're making. Promise of happiness and fulfillment. Wow, I love that for you, my dear Pisces. So joy and pleasure will be the rewards for you. Promise of happiness and fulfillment. I hardly get this, like this great messages. So direct and so deep. It says here, so fulfillment's there. It says loves you and, gosh, I gotta put my glasses on. I can't even read my own writing. Let's see, loves you and wants you. Somebody really loves you and wants you. And I saw this here. They really want you. They're obsessed with you. So loves you and wants you. Something about Aries. Remember I said you could be a Pisces who's got Aries in them? Or maybe this person might have fire energy. Or maybe Aries to do with April. April is also to do with Aries. Aries is there. Oh my God, there's the cat and the rabbit. The cat and the rabbit is connected to the Chinese year of the rabbit. People that are born in the Chinese year of the rabbit. There could be an Aries rabbit, Aries cat, rabbit. Okay, cat, rabbit. They call it, some Chinese call it cat, the year of the cat, and some call it the rabbit. Nowadays, in this era, in this generation, they call it the rabbit. In the olden days, they used to call it the cat. So there won't be confusion about that. There could be someone that's Aries born in the Chinese year of the rabbit. There could be a situation with the rabbit. Like I said, I saw a lot of rabbit here, and it looked to me like there was confusion, there was excessive intimacy, too much sex, maybe excessiveness, something too much. I just saw that negative when I was talking about it. I don't know how I talked about it. It was here. I see the rabbits, but I don't remember what I was saying at that time. But you'll remember. So something about the rabbit. Another thing about the rabbit is connected to April, something happening in April. April is Aries also. There could be an agreement. Okay, so the next one is agreement after the cat rabbit, agreement. So something about an agreement. And there is something to do with injustice. Some injustice is going to take place. It was not their fault. It was, okay, this is really important. It was not their or your fault. So you've got to know that. You've got to know this, my dear Pisces. So that you've got to really listen to this. There's going to be an injustice, an accusation. I think there was something about an accusation. Injustice, but it was not your fault nor their fault. So not yours and not their fault. When this injustice happens, remember this. This is a good message. This is a message for you to know that whatever happens, an injustice, it's not your fault and it's not their fault. Now I'm going to go through all the letters. There's so many initials of people that you're dealing with on a grand scale in August and a little bit over. Starting with people with these names. Starting with 3 times given to me the letter I for indigo. Iowa. Let me tell you about the 3 and the 2 and the 1. When I say 3 or 4 times the letter I or any letter, that emphasizes the amount of Pisceans that are dealing with the high level of that letter. Many Pisceans are going to be dealing with a person that is 3 times given to me than a person that's been only given once. That means their attention, or they're consumed with more than anyone else, these people. Okay, and that's why they're and just like I do the signs when there's 3 and 4 and so forth. Okay, so the intensity amount of Pisces are dealing with that sign when there's 3, 4, and when it's a letter, same thing. That's how the heavens have taught me to do it. And that's how I do it, what I've seen. Maybe because at the beginning of the readings, I did ask for help. And I begged the heavens to always double and triple everything so that I can pay attention to that situation. And that intensified over the years. And I got to understand the way the heavens always. That's also connected to 1111, 33, 555. All that is connected. When it's doubled, it's the heavens trying to get your attention that this is important. This is intense. Talk about this. This is what's important. So now I'll go back to this again. 3 times I got the letter I for I am. 3 times I got the letter Y for yes, yellow. 3 times I got the letter R for Rome. 3 times I got U for umbrella, under. 3 times I got H for horse. Twice I got the letter S for snake. Twice the letter G for Georgia or grass. Twice the letter N for no, Norway. Twice the letter B for bunny or butterfly. Twice the letter J for Jamaica, Japan. And twice the letter W for winter. Twice the letter D for dog. Twice the letter M for money, Morocco. Twice the letter F for frog or France. Then the rest are one. I got the letter A for Alaska. I got X for X-rays. I got G for Georgia. X is also known as Sh, like Sean or Sheila. Remember that? Because in different cultures, the X is pronounced as in Sh. Okay, so the Sh is here very important for Sean and Sheila. And then X-ray, of course, X-ray. G for Georgia and K for kilo or koala. Kangaroo. The next one I was given are 2 numbers. I was given number 8 connected to the Chinese year of the goat, connected to August itself. August is going to transcend you to high levels. That's what 8 stands for. From the time you see the cup, which is August, all the way August and 8 weeks, August included, and 8 weeks all the way to September, you will see that your life is going to be transcended to a higher level. From where you are now, you are going to be upgraded. Now, the other factor about 8 is connected to Leo, or it's connected to August, which is the Leo season, and it is also to do with Virgo. Those of you who are dealing with Leo or Virgo, or if you have Leo and Virgo in yourself, or the partner, or whoever. The next thing, we have number 5. And number 5 is about all your cup. The incredible domino effect that changes your life when something, a new doorway is opened, or something ignites, or a decision is made. That profound change, it's 5, number 5. All about changes, all about your cup. And this is happening from August all the way up to 5 months. The profound changes are not going to stop. Maybe they'll go even into May, possibly. The change. It's also connected to the Chinese year of the dragon, which is all about power. Whatever this upgrade is happening, this change, it's going to empower you. You are going to be so empowered, you'll be amazed. Remember, mark my words. Then the 5 is also connected to May, which are Gemini, dealing with Gemini, Taurus, either Gemini or Taurus, that will change your life. That could also be someone that might have Taurus or Gemini. And of course, the Chinese year of the dragon and May itself. May, it's going to change your life. Something big happening in May. From the time you see this cup all the way to May. And I've talked enough. Oh my goodness. My dear viewers, I'm sorry that they have to be so long. I have no choice but to deliver everything to you. So please consider watching the videos all the way to the end and supporting me. That's all I ask for. And do give me thumbs up if you enjoyed the reading. Your comments are wonderful if you like to share. I do sincerely wish you the best of the best in everything. And I can't wait for this domino effect to happen, to bring you an upgrade and give you all this. And I can't wait for you to share this information when it does happen, when it starts happening. You can share it anywhere on the community section, of course, in Pisces, you know. This is what was said in the August reading, and that's what happened. It's just fantastic. I love reading your news because that's the only means I can connect with you at this point in time until in the future when I'm when again, my views are better. Like my subscribers have become better. I just want my viewers to be upgraded to a better position, and that's where I need your help. And then I'm able to interact and do live and talk to everybody. So I'm looking forward to that. I do wish you the best of the best in everything you do. My best sincere wishes. Regards.